is wilderness designated, then we can't contact that within us. So it's necessary, but it's unavoidable.
It's great when there aren't any fences.
I like it for picnics and taking my daughter out into it.
Can you?
Oh, I can't.
Some people are shy about it.
You don't want to be on TV?
Perhaps, if the time comes.
Okay. All right.
Let's do the big cats.
If you want.
Like mountain lions?
Like cheetahs. Fast cats.
No, it's not going very far.
No, you don't want to use me.
You mean you have dark views on wilderness?
Oh, views. No, I'm just not in a very articulate mood today.
I'm supposed to record people and you're supposed to tell me their views on wilderness. And I'm sure you have some.
Have you seen Betsy Festival?
Something unique. Well, that's the problem.
Do you know anything about
It's a problem?
To say something unique.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because I feel like so many people have said it so well in other ways. I still like the idea, one of the things I keep coming back to is that there's something ephemeral.
Oh, not really. Thanks.
No, I haven't.
And not log off anymore.
I think keep it all the way.
Okay.
Thank you.
A place for animals and man to enjoy at the same time. Peace.
You gonna find them downtown?
It's a job. Do you have any that you can put on the camera?
Boy. I think there's not enough of it. Probably too close. I don't think there's enough of it left, and I don't think people are taking care of what's here.
Wilderness views from you?
What?
Views on wilderness? Have you got any you'd like to share?
Oh, views on wilderness. Sure. We need it. Without it, we'll die.
That's a strong view. Thank you.
Wilderness was sold to the American people as a place for recreation. That's like national parks and like national forests. But as we have, gone on for 25 or 30 years, I think wilderness is significant. Has to do with a laboratory or wild land that is insulated from the effects of human habitation, and in the long run, its value will be as a baseline for the changes that are taking place over the long run. So incredibly valuable.
All right. Thanks.
in the history of the world, and it was a monumental concept that I think it's part of the rudimentary, part of our rudimentary being. Wilderness is our expression of what we consider as purely natural and pristine, and it's something that should be maintained ethically as a high principle, and we should persevere to continue on with it. I need specific questions, actually. That's such a broad topic.
Oh, here's one I once heard of. Someone once told me this idea of a conceptual wilderness. You cordon off a certain area and don't let anyone ever go in it. So it would have like no scientific value because you could never measure it. What do you think about that?
And you could never actually go into it, you mean?
Right.
It would just be idealistically a wilderness that people have in the back of their minds, and that...
Well, they'd never go in it.
They'd never go in it, and never experience it, never learn from it. That I think is unproductive.
Okay.
I don't think I'd adopt an idealistic sense like that, but I think there's one that we all need to, at some point, experience to be able to morally consider. And rudimentarily, we need to experience something to give it moral consideration. So, an idealistic, it really wouldn't work. No, because we could never go in, and we could never truly experience it. So we really don't know what we're missing. And to bring it into our moral universe,
it would take the human equation out of it, though. I mean, as a testament, sort of, to life on the planet without human intervention. It would be there because there'd be no human intervention.
Right.
Well, you'd have to seal the air.
Touch with our own inner essence, that wild part of us that sets us free and lifts all the restraints from our daily behavior, our inhibitions, and everything that holds us back.
It's like a psychotherapy.
Exactly. It's getting in touch with the whole anima animus and all the archetypes that are inside of us. And I mean, if you look at the Australian Aboriginal people, they're still living. Some of them are still living out in the wilderness the way they have been for the last 50,000 years, since the dream time, as they claim. And they have no problems in their society, for the most part. They live in a state of peace and harmony with all sentient beings. It's because they still have that wild nature inside of them that they haven't let go of yet. Cool.
I had to think. Thanks, Sam.
Go ahead.
Here, there's 20.
Do you mean serious?
Yeah, or flippant, I don't care. Whatever strikes you.
Right there. That's okay. Really?
I don't know much about wilderness. Like scientists and other people that seem to follow it all the time. And it's amazing, how much I depend on those people, and that along with that dependence goes a sense of like, I give these people my trust and say, well, they know more about, I'm talking about things like, and then things that are concepts only to begin with me, or something, in other words, now I do have, it's taken a long while, a sense of an ecosystem that is, oh, well, that makes sense, and I'm a real dummy I am on science, and so when I like always like discrete descriptions. I like hearing about within 25 miles of the Empire State Building, when there were brown bear in the mountains, a couple of miles from my house, and the deer that ran through there, right, and to watch all of that change so quickly, or brown bears, 20 days, that it's so big. What does it matter if we, do a little bit here and do a little bit there, and I always say to them, I said, I can understand that, and you look around and say, wow, don't worry about, too much construction or something. I might react like that in a certain way myself sometimes. And then I remember how fast it all can change. I remembered it from my own life. I said, well, hey, it can change that fast,
Right.
And I had one more thing to say, even though you're amazed that I've kept on going this long about my wilderness views.
No, I'm not surprised.
My wilderness views are not very wild, as you can see. I also like the wilderness because it's big, and I find, I was out in the wilderness by myself last year, and I was surprised because I hadn't done that in a long time, and I was surprised that I wasn't more afraid than I was, right? Even though I was all on my own, and I'm getting older now, and I wish I had my big brother with me still. But anyway, that's wilderness. That's some thoughts on wilderness. Thanks for asking, and be kind. Be kind.
Oh, do you have views on wilderness? That's for the camera, the closed circuit.
Do I have views on wilderness? I don't think I could articulate them right now. I wish I could. Let me think.
You'll have some views on wilderness, won't you?
some views on wilderness.
We still have a lot to learn about it, but I do think that we should all be looking for the wilderness within ourselves as well.
Hey guys, what a great code.
Thank you.
Do you have any
wear it very often.
views on wilderness you can share?
Views on wilderness? No. I mean, I do, but I'm too tired to articulate them right now. I actually... Love to talk to you. I'll send you a paper on it, okay?
How many are there?
I have to go. That's good.
Terrible. If you're not going, do you want to give your views on wilderness?
I would love to. So much don't know what to say. I'm sorry. What? Not anymore.
Well, thanks for trying.
Oh, I'll come back. I'll think about it and I'll come back. I like to run around in the mountains.
Yeah. I like to fish.
I like to go camping.
Yeah, and backpacking. Yeah. Okay.
So can we all not go in?
I don't know, we have to pick it up.
Ooh.
How much is it?
Scott, have you got any views on wilderness you can share?
We're trying to figure out what it is.
Oh my god, the guy just before you told me.
Really? He had a definition.
Yeah, he said it was like wild place.
Huh.
And that its original connotation was something terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, the kind of the biblical terrifying wilderness. I like that definition.
Do you think of it as scary yourself?
Sometimes I've been out there and been frightened. When I, you know, if you see a big mountain lion track while you're out there, that's scary.
I do, but I just got done doing. I organized the Children's Day, and I'm a basket case.
Oh, was?
It was really good. It was really great and went really well. I'm just. I don't think I'd say anything. I don't know. I love children. I'll be. Maybe I'll think of something.
Okay, thanks. Do you feel Russian right now? Or more like a frog? Well, it's me. I guess this part of the show is over. I want to thank each and every one of you that responded so kindly to me. Your thoughts on wilderness. Enjoy the show.